Coming up on tonight's episode, it's the first week of Shaun-tember, a whole month dedicated to me. And what am I going to do in my month? I'm going to make Matt go on an adventure. Join us as we spin a yarn here on Up for Debate. This is Up for Debate, episode number 186, recorded September 3rd, 2020. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Up for Debate, the podcast that is dumb enough to dedicate a whole month to one of the hosts. I am Sean Jennings, joined as always by everyone's favorite, Matt Mariani. Hello, Matt.
Hello, I'm sleeping, and I want you to wake me up when Shaun-tember ends.
Oh, I'll wake you up before I go. I won't leave you hanging on like a yo-yo. Matt, what a month we have ahead of us here. I hope folks remember March Madness, kicking off the quarantine. A whole month dedicated to Matt, which I thought was an excellent success, and I basically made him give me a month of my own, Shaun-tember, and I'm very excited. And we've got 4 weeks of thrilling adventures coming up. We've got interesting topics, special guests. It's going to be a whole extravaganza, and frankly, the episode I'm most excited for, we're doing tonight. Matt, I have written for you a custom RPG that you're going to play through and complete on this episode. Are you ready?
Sean, I was born ready for this kind of thing.
I pray I haven't
Custom
oversold
RPGs. For those of you who don't know at home, Sean is a very talented and creative fiction writer.
I am not at all. Now,
he's got a knack for this, for sure.
If anyone heard The Legend of Shaker Heights, you know I'm very mediocre at writing interactive play like this. So I've done it up in a way I think is going to work to both of our strengths, Matt. Here's how it's... I'm going to give you a little bit of explanation now. There's going to be sort of an intro prologue to it. I'll I'll explain the main set of rules, and then we'll get into it, okay? But basically, this is intended to be a conversational experience. And by that, I mean you won't hear my voice a lot as Game Master. You're intended to interact with the characters that you're going to be hanging out with. You will have to do that in order to solve the puzzle aspects of this particular story. There will be almost no dice involved at all. There's no battles, there's no classes or items or anything like that. This is very me, very practical. And like I said, I'll get started. I'll pause and give you a few more rules. Are you ready?
I am ready. I got my pen here and my notepad just in case. I'm all set. All ready to go.
All right, here we go, Matt. Today, Matt, you find yourself in a little town called Fracksville, Pennsylvania. Smack in the middle of eastern Pennsylvania coal country, a little town of 3,000. And you find yourself right at the intersection of Route 61 and Interstate 81 at the Schuylkill Mall. The Schuylkill Mall was built
Is this a real place?
This is a... Okay, I will say that I call this historical fiction, where there are a lot of, and I'll tell you at the end, there are a lot of true things. I had to kind of change some stuff around to make the story work, but the Schuylkill Mall is a real place in Fracksville, Pennsylvania. The mall was
so it's actually called Fracksville.
Yes, insane as that is.
You didn't make up Fracksville,
and I picked the mall before the town.
I thought you made up Fracksville.
No.
I figured Schuylkill Mall was real.
No.
Because it seems like it is, but Fracksville, there's a real place in Pennsylvania called Fracksville.
100%. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought this was just you being topical, but all right.
Nope, it's that bonkers. Matt, 800,000 square feet of retail space, built in 1980, and you find yourself inside the Schuylkill Mall today. But as you look around, you notice, like most retail environments today, it's not doing so great. A lot of boarded up storefronts, a lot of closed retail shops, and the place is pretty darn vacant. There's not much going on, but ahead you do see a commotion as you make your way towards the center point of the mall where the three wings of the mall intersect in the middle. There's a rotunda, a big glass dome over top, lets natural light in, and in the middle is what you assume at one point was a beautiful fountain, but is now a turned off and drained, unused fountain. And you see about a dozen people crowded around it. In front of the dozen people, you see two gentlemen standing up on top of a bench, clearly talking to this small crowd. You take a look at the crowd, you see a lot of aprons, polo shirts, name tags, hats. They're clearly the employees of this mall. And you decide to lean in and listen to what the gentlemen are saying. The one on the left, sort of a taller man, lower 30s, wearing a polo shirt and some khakis. The other man, a sort of not funny Danny DeVito type, short, balding, with a thick black mustache, wearing a very cheap polyester suit. Looks like he slept in it all night and rolled out of bed with it. And you hear the tall younger man speaking. Guys, listen. You know how much I love this mall. When my father left it to me after his passing, I promised him I would do whatever it takes to keep it alive. But unfortunately, we've come to the end of the road. The crowd begins to murmur a little bit. He turns to the gentleman on his side. Chuck, tell him what the situation is. He turns to the other man. Listen, guys, I got to tell you, it's not good. It's not good. We're out of money, basically. And, the state has come in and they've decided they're going to give them all to the big online retail conglomerate, Rainforest Inc., and they're going to come in and turn this place into another giant warehouse. There's nothing we can do. I wouldn't even try to fight it. Unfortunately, since we lost the deed to this mall, there's nothing we can really do to save it from being taken over. The taller man jumps back in. That's right, Chuck. And, I wish my father weren't such an insane lunatic, tearing up the deed into 3 pieces and hiding them to make sure no one ever took them all away from him. Unfortunately, without that piece of paper, there's nothing we can do to try and save this mall. It's been a fixture of this community since 1980, since my father paved over family farms to turn them into this giant complex. The crowd is clearly saddened and disappointed. Chuck jumps back in. Oh, listen, guys, I would recommend just go back to your stores, cry in a corner if you have to. Just when the rainforest representatives come here in 1 hour, just look kind of professional for a few minutes before they come and kick us all out. Okay, guys, I'm gonna head back to my office and take a nap. Why don't just come and get me if anything interesting happens. He leaves and heads back to the office. The tall man remains standing there. And the crowd slowly begins to disperse. They're clearly saddened. They're disappointed. They cared about this mall. And to see it go out of business is not just a loss of a job, but it's a loss of a fixture of the community. Matt, your challenge tonight is to use the resources in front of you inside this mall to find the 3 missing pieces of the deed to the mall, a critical piece of paper needed to save it from being taken over. You will have to use your intuition, your vision, your puzzle-solving skills, and a number of other skills to try to get to the bottom of this. You will have exactly, when I start the clock, 1 real-world hour when the representatives show up to find all 3 pieces. Now, again, it's all conversational. You won't have to roll to get answers or anything like that, but the reason I had you bring a dice is there is a help mechanism as part of the game. If you get stuck and would like a hint, you can ask for one. But you will have to roll your d20 dice to determine how much that hint actually helps you. Roll a d20, I'll basically tell you the answer. Roll a d1, you're going to regret doing that. It won't affect the story, but it will affect how helpful I am. And you can only ask for a hint once in a real-world 10-minute span. It's got a cool-off period. So if you ask for a hint, you got to go 10 minutes before you can ask for another one. Okay?
Okay, this sounds fun.
Do you choose to accept this mission?
I accept.
Okay.
Wholeheartedly, under one condition.
And what's that?
Can I ask one of these NPCs? Are they still there? Can I still ask them or should I just ask you the condition?
Well,
what
ask
I want
me.
to do.
Yes.
I want to when I achieve this goal and get the deed to the mall, I would like a 10% stock
in this failing mall. In this failing mall in a very small town in Pennsylvania.
It's not going to be failing because I would like the opportunity to open my own restaurant in the food court of the mall.
Okay. Well,
it's going to be an entirely bean-based restaurant.
Matt's Beanery. Matt, my recommendation is once you have the deed in hand, maybe before you hand it over, you negotiate a little bit, but that's later in the story.
Okay.
But keep that in mind.
You think I should aim a little higher than 10%?
Matt, I think you should go for your dreams. but you've got a lot of work ahead of you and a limited amount of
All
time to
right,
do it. So,
let's do it.
Matt, at certain points, I'm gonna. So every once in a while, I'll probably give you options like, do you want to do A, B, or C? But for the most part, the story is going to lead where you go. But at this point, I will say, and when I'm done talking, I'm going to start the timer. Matt, would you like to investigate the stores around the rotunda? Would you like to head over to the food court, or would you like to speak with the son of the owner, the man who remained sitting outside the fountain?
I think speaking to the son of the owner is probably the best bet here. That's what I want
Okay.
to do. Maybe we can get some information out of him.
All right. The time starts now. Matt, you walk over to this gentleman. Um, Introduce yourself.
So I heard you got some trouble going on with this mall here. Can you believe this town is called Frackville? What a stupid name for a town, right?
Whoa, 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 buddy. Look, I hate this town just like everyone else who lives here, but if you ain't from here, you can't make fun of it, all right?
I'm just a New Yorker, just poking fun at these rural Pennsylvania town names. Do you know there's a town in Pennsylvania called Intercourse? What's up with that?
That we're clearly going through something here, and while normally I appreciate this very robust humor, I think that we should maybe keep it a little more serious here. Do you need help finding something today at this mall? We do have some stores.
Yes, I would say I do need help finding the secrets, so to speak. I hear that.
Secrets.
Pray, pray tell that this mall has many secrets going on, and I kind of would like to know what secrets this mall might hold.
Sir, I don't really know what you're talking about, and you're a very odd individual. My father, James Moore II, who built this mall, certainly was a strange man and had a few eccentric qualities. But I assure you, there are no secrets hidden in this mall. It's just a mall.
Well, that's the thing about malls, isn't it? Some people it's just a mall. Other people say that it's more of a uh, shopping center, if you know what I mean.
Sir, how much have you had to drink today? Do you need me to call you a cab or something?
Well, they were giving out the little complimentary bottles of booze in the old Pennsylvania hotel room I was staying in. Let's just
Ah,
say that those Amish not as temperate as you might expect. Maybe they were Mennonite.
not
I
much
don't
else
know.
to do around these parts.
Yeah. So what places in this mall do you recommend I go
Well,
check out
I I have to be
while I
honest with you.
sober up?
It's not a particular. We've closed most of the mall. Your options are limited. You can check out the stores behind me or head over to the food court. There's really not much else to do at the mall.
I would like a hint
Okay, roll your d20.
about what I can ask this man
Okay.
if you give me any useful information.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll my d20. Is there like a number? Ooh, 19.
Oh, all right. Very good. So this guy, he doesn't know where the pieces of the deed are. But he certainly, if you started asking him, eventually you have to go to the food court and the stores. And so you're welcome. I would recommend asking him detailed questions about the food court and the stores, and maybe he can sort of narrow things down or help you out a little bit.
That was a 19 level clue, Sean.
This guy does not have much to do with the story at this point,
Why would you
unfortunately.
even give me the option of talking to him then?
Because I thought it'd be fun.
Oh man, this is just so I turn to the man and I just say, "You're just wasting my time." Listen, I got to sober up really quick, and I think the food court is probably the best bet for that. Where should I go first in the food court so that I can get the hell out of this one horse town?
Well, okay, nice. There's only three eateries still left over there. I'd recommend probably stopping at each and grabbing a seat
Uh,
at the tables in the food court. The tables, sitting at the tables in the food court.
all right, okay. Well, thank you for your time. I guess
Uh huh.
that wasted about 5 minutes of my investigation. I
Yep.
mean, my day at the mall,
Yes.
buddy.
Enjoy our
So
soon-to-be defunct mall. I'm here. I'm
I'll
here if
talk
you
to
have
later.
any questions not involving mysteries.
All right. So I walk away. Before I go, I do say, "Hey, you want to join my investigation?"
Absolutely not.
Okay, then.
This is a journey
It
you must
worked.
do alone.
Okay, it worked the last time with getting
I'm
an
not.
NPC to
I'm not letting
join.
you kill you. I'm not letting you kill any more NPCs. I'm just not. I'm just not.
All
I'm
right.
still too
So,
heartbroken.
you had a family
Matt,
that shocked.
You head over to the food court. As you
Okay.
approach, you see in the middle of the food court a large sort of fenced-in area containing a number of tables. This mall has an '80s interior style that is just abhorrent to the eyes. They do that weird thing malls do where they've divided the sitting area into 4 seasons. So there's a summer, a winter, a spring, and a fall, which, malls, it's like weird. And the tables are all different colors and shapes. It's very, very strange. There are 3 stores, 3 eateries there. You see Hot Dog on a Stick, you see Orange Julius, and you see Mama Pizza's Italian by the Slice Stone Pie Eatery. All of which are
I
open and
think
staffed.
what was the first one again?
Hot Dog on a Stick.
Hot dog on a stick sounds like just the thing to cure my increasingly present hangover.
All right. So you head over to Hot Dog on a Stick. You walk over, clearly a store right out of the '80s, bright colors, thick stripes. There's a young woman standing there sitting at the counter on her cell phone, clearly not interested at all to be there. Her name tag reads Naomi. You look up at the menu, you see they have hot dogs on sticks and and corn dogs on sticks and other hot dog on a stick type things.
Hello there, Naomi.
Hello, welcome to Hot Dog on a Stick, where summer never ends. How can I help?
I think I would like one of your finest hot dogs on a stick, please.
Now, which dog do you want? Now, you look up at the sign above you. There's about 4 different varietals of hot dog. There's the Chicago hot dog on a stick, the New York hot dog on a stick, the summer hot dog on a stick, and the vegan hot dog on a stick.
This being just the start of September, I think this is probably the last chance I'll have to enjoy a nice summer hot dog on a stick. That's the one that I want.
We're out of summer hot dog on a stick.
How could you be out of summer? What is a summer hot dog on the stick
We're
anyway?
out. We're out.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
sir,
So,
sir, can you just get a hot dog on a stick, please?
but you asked me which one I wanted. And, all right. Anyway, I'll go with the New York hot dog
New
on a
York
stick.
hot dog.
Sure.
Great. If you for an extra 25 cents, you can get another hot dog on a stick.
All right, then that actually sounds like a pretty good deal. So I think I would also like a Chicago hot dog on a stick with that. That's a great deal, actually.
All right, and I'm sorry I have to ask these, but for an extra $8, you can get a small Pepsi.
That sounds like a huge highway robbery. No, not on your life.
Okay, they're very salty.
I'll go to the water fountain. This is pre-COVID, right?
Very bold of you to think the water fountains work in this nearly bankrupt mall. But okay. That'll be
all right. I'll tell you what. I'll come back and enjoy a nice, cool Pepsi if I have the time. I'm kind of in the middle of something right here, Naomi.
All right. Well, that'll be $3.80.
Okay. So I go into my wallet and I'm about to take out the $3.80. But I realize that I have only $4, so I pay the $4 and I say, keep the change.
Oh, wow, so generous. Thank you, sir. Enjoy your 2 hot dogs on a stick.
I can clearly see that this mall has fallen on some rough times, and I'm just trying to do my part. So definitely keep the change.
This is just a part-time gig for me, okay? Don't talk smack about my mall. I'm just kidding. This mall's terrible. Enjoy your hot dogs on a stick. And then she looks back
Thank
down
you.
at her phone.
All right. So I have the hot dogs on the stick, and I go back to the table to eat the two hot dogs. I start with the Chicago hot dog because while it was my second choice, I realize now I'm much more intrigued by the idea of a Chicago hot dog. I've had
Sure.
dozens, if not hundreds, of New York hot dogs in my life. The
Hmm.
Chicago hot dog is the one that draws me in, so that's the one that I start with.
Yeah, so you go to take a bite of the Chicago hot dog on a stick, and you realize it's just a hot dog on a stick. They kind of suckered you in with the marketing, but it's really just a regular hot dog on a stick.
Hey, you know what? For 80 cents, that was I still stand by it. Great
Yep,
deal.
yep. It is a normal hot dog on a stick. You think it's fine.
Okay, I examine the stick after I eat the hot dog. Is there a clue
It's a
on the
simple
stick?
wooden stick. There is no clue on the stick.
Okay, then I move over to the New York hot dog now.
It's the exact same as the Chicago hot dog, just a regular
There's
hot
no.
dog.
Okay, that is while that does seem like it's unfair, and I would absolutely complain on a normal day. I only have less than an hour to solve this the case,
About
so
50 minutes now.
I decide to save it for Yelp. I'll put it up on
Yes,
Yelp later.
it's fine. There's no clue on the stick.
I examine underneath the table that I'm sitting at. Is there a clue at the table?
No, there's not a clue at the table you're sitting at.
I go to the another table nearby. Is there a clue underneath that
Well,
table?
there's about 30 tables, so you're going to have to be more specific. The tables,
Just the one.
the tables in this area. Again, it's separated into four sections, and the tables come in a variety of shapes: triangles, circles, squares, pentagons, and they come in a variety of colors: purple, orange, red, blue, green.
Okay, so the, I realize that we've got a lot of shapes and a lot of colors. I'm sure that's alluding to something later, um, and it's all going to build up to me coming back and maybe looking at the correct table. I decide that I've had a good lunch, feeling a lot better now. I walk over. I say I'm all right. I'm going to go over and just kind of glance at the pizza place on my way out.
Mama Pizza's Italian by the Sliced Stone Pie Eatery. Yes, there's a little there's what looks like a little Italian lady working behind the counter.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over and talk and kind of chat with her.
Sure.
Hey, how are
Well,
you doing?
so as you approach, you realize it's not actually a small old Italian lady, but it's someone wearing a small old Italian lady mascot costume.
Oh, this is fun.
Is that
Um,
what you say to the person?
yeah, that's what I say. This is fun. Uh, you know, I feel you, man. They probably don't pay you nearly enough for this, is what I say.
In what is clearly a disaffected teenage male voice, you hear, "It's a me, Donna Moretti, the old lady of Mama Pizza's Italian by the Sliced Stone Pie Eatery. Manja."
Well, I do find this um, blatantly offensive, but a little bit funny on the funny side. I do have some questions to ask you, Mama Luigi, or whatever you said your name was before.
Donna Moretti, from the old
Okay.
country.
Okay. So my question to you is uh, if you were the owner of this mall, where would you hide a secret document?
The person says, how about a nice slice of pizza? We only sell pizza by the slice here at Mama Pizza's Italian by the Slice Stone Pie Eatery.
All right.
Buongiorno.
So it's clear to me that the only Italians you've met are from how you say 1960s children's cartoons. And while that is fine, uh, I don't expect you to be as well versed in the nuances of the culture. Um, I have a mystery that I need to solve. So I guess I would like to buy a pizza. Should I? Is that the way that this goes? Fine. I'll buy a slice of pizza. I'll play
Oh,
your game.
wonderful. The perfect way to eat the pizza is by the slice. Ah, yes, the perfect slice.
Are you gonna like cut me? What is going
No,
on?
no, I'm just a friendly corporate mascot.
All right. Uh, in that case, I would like two slices of the pepperoni and one with just
How
cheese.
about this, young man? Since this mall is about to go out of the business, how about I give you one slice on the house?
Okay, that works. That's very generous of you.
The mascot
Mama,
lady
ready?
takes a slice. Unfortunately, she just sort of grabs the first slice that's within reach, and it's Hawaiian. Sorry. Uh, she puts it in a triangular shaped box, nice and warm for you, and hands it over the counter.
Wow, thanks. I will definitely go over and eat this at the table in the food court and not throw it right in the garbage.
I don't give a shit. Thanks for stopping by. Telling your friends.
uh, okay. All right. So I walk away with my free slice of pizza,
Mm-hmm.
and I leave the food court with the pizza, and I get just far enough out of range where I can deposit the pizza in the trash and move on.
Tragic.
While Hawaiian slices are good, they're
They're
only
not.
good
They're
on
not.
like
They're not.
pretend pizza,
They're not.
not real pizzas,
No.
like Domino's
Absolutely
or
not.
Pizza Hut. So, okay. I think there was one food court place that I missed.
That's right. Right in between Hot Dog on a Stick and Mama Pizza's Italian by the Slice Stone Pie Eatery is the mall staple Orange Julius.
Wait a minute. Am I in like a time warp? I thought all these closed, is what I say to the Orange Julius manager because I came back and interviewed him.
The Orange Julius manager, you look down, it's actually a woman, bad call, and it's actually another young person, Elise. Clearly, these are just the teens of the town working at the mall. And Elise is clearly wiping the counter. She's a hard worker. She's doing the best she can, despite the fact she's working at Orange Julius. And by the way, Matt, Orange Julius is still in business. Hot Dog on a Stick is also still in business. I checked. Mama Pizza's Italian by the Slice Stone Pie Eatery I made up, unsurprisingly.
Oh, I was convinced that you had made up hot dog on a stick as well.
No,
I didn't.
hot Dog on a Stick was a real like mall type, and they do exist still. Not many of them.
Okay, you learn. This is
There you go.
pretty
I said some of
educational.
this is based in reality. Um,
The more you know.
so what would you like to say to the young Elise?
So I say, Orange Julius. Haven't had one of those since the '80s.
Yeah, most people have, they forgot Orange Julius existed. So maybe that's why we're not doing so well.
I think it's probably a little more than that. Isn't this mall set to go out of business?
There's always crazy stuff happening around this mall. I'll tell you, it's just like an absolute lunatic built this place.
A lunatic, you say?
Yes, James Moore the second. I never personally knew him, but I've heard all kinds of stories.
What kind of stories?
Oh, he would put all kinds of strange puzzles and sort of clever things in the mall. It never really made much sense to me. I didn't think it was real.
What kind of puzzles?
Oh, I don't know any more than that. I just know you should be on the lookout for clues. But that's all I know.
Okay.
Sir, are you going to order something? I think my manager might get upset.
Okay, so this is the part where real life Matt admits that he's never been to an Orange Julius. He doesn't know what they sell or
All right,
what they
Matt,
serve.
I want you to guess what you order at an Orange Julius.
Orange oranges, orange juice.
Are you going to order an orange? What are you going to order?
Can I have an orange, please?
An orange what?
An orange pie.
Matt, just order an Orange Julius.
Oh, okay. Can I please have one Orange Julius?
Of course, it's our most popular item. There you go. Made with fresh oranges, actually. It's orange.
Wow.
It's orange in a glass. She goes
Oh,
over to the
it's
blender
orange juice.
and no, it's essentially it's like a smoothie place. But the Orange Julius is their signature beverage. They're owned by Dairy Queen, and so she puts the items in a blender. She blends it up for you, and she hands it over to you. All right, that'll be $3.80.
$3.80. I mean, that's not as bad as the $8 Pepsi that the hot dog on a stick lady tried to shovel me. But Mama Pizza, she gave me a slice for free, and she was a little racist, but a free slice of pizza. I mean, geez, how about I'll give you $2?
Sir, this isn't a negotiation, but you're really cute. So I think maybe in exchange for your phone number, I could just not see where this Orange Julius disappeared to.
I then realized that at this moment I do have $3.80,
Oh,
and I promptly pay the.
You found the money as soon as I asked you out. Okay, I see how it
Um,
goes.
yeah. Let's just say. Oh, let's just say I will give you this phone number if you give me one of the clues that you know about.
Interesting. All right, since you asked so nicely, I think that's a fair deal. A clue in exchange for a phone number. You still have to pay for the Orange Julius. I would say. So, Matt, are you going to hand her your phone number?
Yeah, definitely, because that's how I get a free clue. Except what I don't tell her is that it's not my real phone number. It's my old phone number that I
You're
changed.
such a dick. You're the worst. That's so rude. Oh my god, that's terrible. Uh, all I can say is that you should pay attention to those weird, wacky tables over there. The fact that they have colors and shapes and seasons. You have all the clues you need.
I mean, I think that's kind of cool, but I somehow I feel like I don't have all the clues that I need
You
because
100% have all the clues you need. And that's as much of a hint as you're going to get out of me for a fake phone number. Later.
Thank you, Orange Julius.
And you walk away without your Orange Julius. You dick.
Without my orange. Okay. So the only thing that I can come up with after all of these exchanges is that there are a series of tables, and they correspond with shapes and with seasons.
And colors.
The only other place I've heard a season used in the context, and colors. The only there was a summer dog.
Okay.
And there was an Orange Julius.
Yeah.
So I am going to look in. I'm going to go to the summer section of the mall of the food court, and the orange
right
and the orange
and the orange
triangle, because the triangle is the shape of a pizza slice.
Oh my
god!
god!
I'm going to look under the table.
And you look under the table, and what do you find? It's an envelope taped to the underside of the table. You open it up, and what's inside? The first piece of the missing deed.
Oh, I'm so smart, Sean.
You crushed it, buddy.
Oh man, I should apply to Mensa.
Yes, you should apply to Mensa.
Damn, crushed it.
Burned you. Great, Matt. There you go. You have successfully found the first piece. Congratulations.
I am beyond proud of myself.
You've successfully completed the food court portion of today's adventure.
Excellent. So I'm extremely proud of myself.
36 minutes left.
As a reward, I go back to the Orange Julius and I buy another one. One of your largest Orange Julius, please.
Oh, so the one I made for you before wasn't good enough?
No,
you're such a jerk. And she tosses the Orange Julius she had made previously at you, and now you're covered in Orange Julius.
I suppose I probably deserve that, but that will definitely. I will have to write a Yelp review later on. I will have to keep all of this.
For this mall that won't be in business, good luck.
But you know what? It's about me, the consumer, feeling better. All right, so I leave the food court and I go to the rotunda?
Yes.
Yes.
So you look around and you see a few handful of stores that remain in business. They include the Cybercade. It's an arcade. Bed and Bath and Bed and Beyond Works. There's also a shoe store straight out of the 80s called Footbeats. There's a lingerie store called Cassandra's Mystery. And there's also an FYE for your entertainment.
Oh, FYE. I haven't seen one of these again in decades. Sometimes I feel like I went through some sort of a time warp going into this mall. But you know what? My sense of just being a nerd just kicked in, so I'm going to go to the arcade instead.
You made a very good choice. You head over to the Cybercade. Obviously, it's empty, but all the machines are on and working, and lights are flying around. There's probably about 15 or so machines placed throughout this place. As you first walk in, over on your right, there's a counter and a cabinet behind it that's filled with all kinds of prizes you can win for getting your tickets. And there's a young man, sort of unkempt, long hair, just sitting on a stool, reading a magazine, clearly very bored.
All right. Say, sure are a lot of cool games you got going on here. Which one do you recommend?
Dude, are you talking to me?
Yes. Yes, I am talking to you, sir.
His name tag says Owen. Man, I haven't seen someone in here in, like, forever. That's crazy.
Why is that? Why do you think that is?
Well,
why am I
No one comes to the mall. I mean, why are you in this mall?
Good question. I start to ponder a lot of things.
Like, whoa, right? Am I right? Whoa. This is like crazy.
Whoa,
like, why
indeed.
are any of us here?
Yeah, you have a good point there, Owen. You are wise beyond your years.
Yeah, all right.
All right indeed. You're going to go far in life, Owen. I can just tell.
You're like the coolest dude ever. I'd love to give you some free prizes, but you got to get the tickets and win it. But we got all kinds of great stuff up behind me here. You look around at all the different prizes, and it's like those little plastic spider rings you could win, or like a bouncy ball, but they go all the way up to like a Razor scooter. Or wait, what's that? Is that a piece of the deed behind the glass? 300 tickets? That can't be right.
What's in that envelope behind the glass? The one that's worth 300 tickets.
Oh, the one that says piece of a deed on it? I don't know. That was here when I started working here. No one's ever wanted it, though. I think it's boring or something.
Yeah, I do admit it is a little boring. It is just a piece of paper, isn't it?
I mean, 300 tickets, you can get the piece of the deed there in the envelope, which is like whatever. But over there, we have a signed Green Day record for 300 tickets.
That is pretty boss.
It's
and
a
that
steal.
Would look great in my collection.
The only thing is I'm the one who signed it, so I don't think anybody's really that interested. But it's still a good record.
You are a very shrewd businessman, Owen. Once again, I am impressed, and you will. I believe you will indeed succeed in your future endeavors. That being said, 300 tickets is a little steep, and a paper deed that does seem a little boring. Am I right? It's a little for squares. Am I right?
I'm curious where you're going with this.
Well, I think maybe you could just let me have that boring, square piece of a deed. It's a way to fight the man. Am I right? Like, you giving me that deed would be like,
I wouldn't be doing my job if I gave that to you. Besides, it's not that hard to win 300 tickets. See those 3 machines in the back? And he points to 3 machines on the back wall. Just win one of those, and it gets you 150 tickets. You just win any 2, and you'll have your tickets in no time. Here, and he reaches out his hand. He hands you a couple of tokens. Here, man, you can play on me for believing in me.
One machine gives out 150 tickets? No
yeah,
wonder
the
this
sort of currency conversion is really off in the Cybercade.
I totally see why the mall is going the road it's going down now.
Yeah,
totally.
It's a bad mall.
Poor management, indeed.
You probably should save it.
Yeah, but if I do, then I get my food court bean shop. So beanery, that's the goal. Yes. Beanery. All right. So I head over to the machines, and I to use the tokens to play one of the games.
Yeah, so there are 3 games there. And as stated by Owen, you have to win 2 out of 3, beat the high score on 2 out of the 3 of them successfully. Those 3 games are Capital City's Pop-A-Shot, where you'll have to name the country when given a European capital. You have to beat the high score of 15 correct without getting more than 2 wrong. The second game is Multiplication Mad Minute, where you'll have 3 minutes to answer a series of multiplication questions. And the last one is Presidential Fight, where you have to name the U.S. presidents in order from oldest to newest or newest to oldest, and the high score is currently 20 with 3 extra lives. Which game would you like to play first?
Let's play the geography one with the capitals.
Capital Cities Pop-A-Shot. So you shoot the game where you shoot the little basketballs into the hoop. Except in order for the hoop to open up for you to pop the shot, on the screen you're going to be given I'm going to tell you, a capital city, and you have to name the country.
Okay.
All right, let's see if you can get the required amount here. Kiev.
What did you say?
Kiev.
Oh, I thought you said give in like a weird accent.
No.
That's Ukraine.
Bing. The shot goes in. Libsyn.
What?
Lisbon.
Okay. All right. I'm having trouble understanding.
I'm mumbly
Lisbon's
tonight.
Portugal.
Correct. Monaco.
Monaco.
Correct. Oslo.
Norway.
Correct. You're just sinking these shots like it's nobody's business. Vienna.
Austria.
Vilnius.
Oh, man. Oh, man. It's Latvia or Lithuania?
The clock is ticking.
I'm going to say Lithuania.
Oh, you got it. You popped the shot. Zagreb.
Croatia.
Correct. Minsk.
Belarus.
Yes. Budapest.
Hungary.
Bratislava.
Slovakia.
Correct. You got to get 3 more. You're on a roll here. Hey, this one a little too easy on you. Nuuk. N-U-U-K.
That would be Greenland.
Reykjavik.
Iceland.
And then the last one that you've got to get to successfully pass Pop-A-Shot. Bern.
Switzerland.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
The tickets start popping out. 150 tickets, Matt. You successfully beat Capital Cities Pop-A-Shot.
What a fun and educational.
Yeah, these games are very knowledge-based. It's very strange. All right, Matt. Next, you have your choice. You can do Presidential Fight or Multiplication Mad Minute.
Definitely starting to see why this arcade is empty.
Yeah.
Give me that multiplication.
All right, Matt. You're going to have 3 minutes to successfully answer 50 they're very small multiplications, essentially multiplication tables type stuff. I'm going to say it out loud. You just have to say the number answer in response. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. The clock starts now. 5 times 6.
30.
9 times 3.
Oh, I don't know why I picked this. I'm terrible at math. That's 20. Oh, my God. This is embarrassing. 27. 28. It's 28.
It's 27. 7 times
27.
8.
What?
7 times 8.
That's 56.
6 times 7.
What was it? What?
6 times 7.
Okay, 6 times 7, 42?
Correct. 3 times 5.
Is 15.
2 times 9.
18.
0 times 0.
0.
7 times 5.
35.
2 times 8.
16.
1 times 5.
5.
6 times 7.
42.
Yes, 9 times 9.
Oh, boy. Uh, 81.
Correct. 0 times 4.
It is 0. 0.
4 times 4.
16.
5 times 2.
10.
8 times 6. 8 times 8. 8 times 6. 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 8
It's 48.
2 times 1.
2.
7 times 9.
63.
8 times 8.
64.
6 times 4.
24.
You're almost on pace to do this. 8 times 5.
40.
9 times 4.
Fuck. The nines are the ones that 36.
3 times 2.
6.
6 times 7.
42. That's like the third time you asked me that.
Yeah, oh no, these repeat. 9 times 4.
36.
0 times 3.
0.
4 times 2.
8.
5 times 7.
35.
5 times 5.
25.
8 times 4.
32. This is a riveting podcast.
You got it. You got it. That was it.
Yes. Right.
2 minutes and 40 seconds. You did it. Another 150 tickets spit out.
Nice.
Congratulations, Matt. You've won 300 tickets. You can now use them to redeem the second piece.
All right. I go over and I triumphantly hand my tickets over to Owen and say, while that Green Day album was very enticing, I would like that deed up there.
Hey, man, you got the tickets. You can have whatever you want. But before you get it, you could get 300 bouncy balls. I'm just saying.
Owen, that sounds like a tempting offer, but I have a dream, don't you know, to open up my very own bean-based restaurant in this very mall.
Oh, I was going to say, if I could give you a piece of advice, don't do it in this mall. Do it in, like, a different mall, like a good one, with people. But all right, man.
Well,
he reaches up, he unlocks the cabinet, and he pulls out the piece, and he hands it to you. Congratulations, Matt. You're 2/3 of the way there.
Well, thank you very much,
and
Owen.
You have
I appreciate it.
23 minutes left.
Remember, study hard and stay in school.
Oh, man, I've never done either. You're the best. Enjoy the mall.
Right. Thanks, man. All right. So I got 2 out of the 3 titles, right?
Yes.
All right. I'm on track. We still have like 25 minutes left. So
theoretically,
things are going pretty well. All right. So where to go from here? I really wanted to check out that FYE because I haven't been in one probably since like the early aughts, but I say maybe I'll go instead to look at was it a Barnes and Noble? What was
There was definitely not a Barnes and Noble. There's the very old looking out of the 80s shoe store called Footbeats.
Yeah, let's go check that out. Footbeats sounded cool.
All right, you go over to Footbeats. It is a shoe and athletics store. There's the whole wall to the left of you is just filled with shoes up on those little pegs that they put shoes on. Mostly athletic gear, Nikes and Adidas and things of that. Not really a hardcore sports. This is more to the casual sporting individual. The back wall is filled with apparel, all sorts of sports jerseys and athleisure wear. To your right, there's a counter. Inside of the counter, under glass, are a few sort of high-end exercise equipment items. Behind the counter, up on the wall, is a bunch of sports memorabilia stuff. And sitting behind the counter is a very depressed-looking young lady.
Oh. This seems to be a common trait. Is anybody happy in this mall?
The mall's going out of business. What do you want? Jumping for joy? And Owen was pretty happy.
So far, Owen was pretty upbeat, and the only other happy person was the mascot. But for all I know, they could have been very sad inside of the mascot.
I can assure you, they were.
All right. So, what's your deal?
Is that how you greet everybody?
Shoe employee.
Sir, are you okay?
I just had a really tough game of multiplication tables with Owen.
I hate that game. It's really hard.
Well, Owen, I have to say, is basically on track to be becoming the next president of the United States. So
He's an interesting character, but
I'd be
everyone
nice to
here
that
is.
guy. So, what can you tell me about those shoes over there on that wall?
Oh, we've got all kinds of shoes for all different. Whether you're walking, you're running, you're jogging, you're strolling, you're stepping, you're whatever you're doing. We have shoes for all sorts of foot-related activities.
Those certainly seem like all different ways to walk
Now, sir,
or run.
what do you have we are having a sale right now on all of this team merchandise. Do you have a particular basketball team you're a fan of?
Well, right now, I would love to make small talk about basketball, but I am running, and I kind of wink, running out of time. Uh, and I would very much like to know if you've seen a title deed in this store,
A what?
like an envelope like this, and I hold up one of the title deeds that I've earned from my previous quests.
Nope, can't say I've ever seen anything like that.
That's unfortunate. Um,
You sure you don't
I
want
get,
any of this discounted NBA gear? Who's your favorite team?
why is the NBA gear discounted? Why the
Well,
NBA season
everything's
is like,
discounted. We're going out of business.
oh yeah, you know what? That makes sense. But I always found the NBA apparel to be a little too pricey in my for my
Not
taste.
today.
Well, all right. I guess you could. What kind of shoes do you have? What teams do you have there
Well,
behind the case?
obvious. Buddy, you're in Fracksville. So you know who we're rooting for. One, two, three, four. It's the 76ers, of course.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
It was the
You know what?
70s.
As a matter of fact, I think I will look at these 76ers shoes.
The 76ers were my late father's favorite team. He loved them. That's why he has all those signed portraits up behind me here from three of his favorite athletes.
Who are the athletes up there?
Oh, well, you as a 76ers fan should know the three greatest players to ever be on the 76ers, right?
I look up at the people. Sure, I do. I was just testing to see if you knew them.
Of course I know them. They're on my wall. I mean, they're famous. They're all in the Hall of Fame.
That's awesome. I love the Hall of Fame of basketball, and I definitely know who those three people
I mean,
are.
you seem like a real fan. Which of the three is your favorite?
The middle one,
The
and I
middle
point to,
one, of course, Mo
yeah. I'm a huge Cheeks fan. I have all of his. One time I met Mo Cheeks, as a matter of fact, a little known
What?
thing. I helped him with a case. Yeah, way back in the day.
With a case? Are you like a detective or something?
Yeah, of course I'm a detective. It's why I'm wearing this trench coat.
Okay, well, that's really suspicious, but sure. Okay. Did you get that jacket over at Wilson's Leather?
Wilson's leather.
No, that's an old mall reference. Yeah, no, I just wish my late father were here. He started this. This was a day one store in this mall, and he ran Footbeats, just shoes and athletics, and the 76ers were his passion.
That's great. I too have a passion, and the passion is I want to someday open up my own bean-based restaurant.
Wow, that's odd, but okay. I mean, that is a thing, I guess. I mean, I wish I could help you out some. Unfortunately, all of my late father's notes are all locked in this safe under the desk, and I haven't been able to access them since he passed away.
That sounds like something I could probably help you with.
Oh, really? You know the code?
I could take a guess.
Okay. Sure.
All right. So is this a lock game?
There is a keypad on the front of a digital keypad on the front of the safe with a 5-digit code.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers is definitely out then.
Yes.
That was what I was going to guess.
Yes.
10, 9, 8, 76ers also probably out. So, all right. So you're telling me you don't know the numbers to this keypad?
My father never told me. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Okay.
I have no idea what's in the safe.
So I look up at the paintings again, or the photos again.
Yeah.
Could it be the numbers of the players on the wall? Could that be the code?
Well, you look. I mean, who are the players on the wall, Matt?
Well, we know Mr. Cheeks is in the middle.
Yeah. What number was Mo Cheeks?
He, of course, was number 76.
Nope. 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 That would be number 10. He was number 10.
All right. So he's number 10. And right next to him is the 76ers great.
One of the greatest basketball players of all time. Certainly one of the most memorable.
Michael Jordan.
I don't think he ever played for the 76ers.
Give me the first letter of his last name.
Well, now you're asking for hints.
Oh, okay. I actually forgot I could do this. All right.
I've been generous, but
give me. All right. I'm gonna roll again.
All right.
Okay. I rolled a 10. Modest 10.
Okay, right in the middle. Why don't you ask 76ers superfan Nicole, who's standing right in front of you, to just tell you who the players are?
Because I have too much pride, Sean. I have way too much pride.
Then you wasted your hint, because that's my middle of the road hint. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but I'll tell you how you can find out.
So I turn to Nicole and I say, Nicole, it's been a very long day. I unfortunately haven't been able to follow the Sixers since the early 2000s, just because of, life and stuff. Could you tell me again who one of those players is up there next to Mr. Cheeks?
Don't worry about it's so hard to follow basketball today. All those players are before 2000, so it should be pretty easy for you.
Nicole, I seem to be having trouble remembering the names of these great basketball players.
Well, but can't you see the names are written right on the photos underneath them? You just have to
Nicole,
read them.
I think one of the hot dogs on a stick may have been poisoned.
Oh, you didn't eat the hot dogs on the stick, did you?
I had 2 of them.
Oh,
Nicole.
No.
And I washed it down with an orange Julius.
Oh, is that what you're covered with?
That is indeed why my trench coat is sticky.
Oh, sir, you are clearly having a tough time. Why don't I give you a little bit of a hand here and talk about some of these 76ers greats?
That would be wonderful, Nicole. I would like nothing more.
Well, of course, to the left of Mo Cheeks is Dr. J, Julius Erving, number 6.
Orange Julius was his nickname.
Nope, not at all. Number 6, Julius Erving. If it was? And to the right of him is the round mound of rebound. NBA commentator and famous never champion.
Yes.
Began his career here.
Right here.
A household name.
Frackman.
He's not from here.
This would be Charles Barkley.
It is number 34, Charles Barkley.
Way. Oh, yeah, I knew that. I definitely knew that.
You sure did.
It's definitely not a guess.
Those are the 3 players.
Charles Barkley. Yes, he did play for the 76ers.
That's where he was drafted by the 76ers.
Of course. I helped him a long time ago too, that Charles Barkley.
You know Charles Barkley?
Of course, but that of course is a story for another time. So now that we've identified these wonderful 76ers players, we can why did we do that? Why did we identify them? What was that all about?
You tell me. I'm just trying to
Oh,
get this safe unlocked.
I was. That's right. The code. We need to figure out what the code is to this safe. So, what what jersey number did Charles Barkley wear?
34.
And what? Of course, I knew that, but what jersey number did the first?
Dr.
So we
J?
have Dr. J. Julius. Yes.
Yes, he wore number 6.
All right. So we have 6, 10, and 76.
No, 34.
76. 34.
Sir, I'm
Right.
very worried about your mental state right now.
I am too. I remind me to sue Hot Dog on a Stick when we leave here.
I can't believe they're still around. You think I should try 61034 as the code?
I think that is a 5-digit number. Yeah.
All right. She bends down, types in the code. Doot, 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 doot. And the door opens. Wow, you
Wow.
did it! You did it! Let's see what's in this safe. And she looks in there, and wouldn't you know, it's another one of those envelopes.
So how long have you been working here staring at those numbers on that wall? Wondering what the code to the safe was.
Like, my whole life, but the numbers were there before the safe was put in. I never made the connection. Why are you being rude?
Because this is what I do. I'm a rude detective.
Oh, Matt, the rude
And
detective.
The
So,
hot dog on a stick.
so inside the safe, she finds an envelope with the deed, but she also finds a bunch of stacks of cash, various passports to different countries, a loaded handgun. What is this
Whoa.
about? What kind of stuff was her father into?
I don't know. This
She
goes
sits there
deep.
with her jaw on the floor. Sir, you said you were a detective, right?
Nope, nope, nope. I never said that. Nope. No one ever said anything about detective. I said I watched Detective
She's holding
Code.
up the loaded handgun. What could my
Don't-
father
please
have
don't let
been
me-
into?
It beats me. Maybe we should ask a detective.
The phone starts to ring. Ring, ring, ring. Sir, are you okay if I answer this on speaker?
Sure, I say as I slowly back out of the store.
She puts the deed on the
Quietly.
counter and goes to hit the phone on. Agent M, you have been activated. What could that mean?
I grab the deed. I throw the trench coat off, and underneath, I'm dressed from head to toe in a 76ers jersey, and I say, "Give me the ball. I'm ready to go win one for Philly."
Out of the safe, she pulls out a big sheet of paper. Are these blueprints for a nuclear reactor?
Wow, this is some deep stuff here. If you could just hand me half of that money, I can go open my bean restaurant, and we never have to speak of this again.
Well, you did help me out open the safe, and I'm sure help me about to set off on some more interesting adventure than whatever you're doing. Here. And she tosses you $20,000 in cash.
Is that enough to open a bean restaurant?
No.
But it's nice.
But it's a start.
A nice start. It is. I wish you the best of luck on your future stuff. If you ever have a question or something like that, here's my number. And I give her the exact same number I gave to the Orange Julius person, which is a fake number.
And she takes it, she crumples it up, and an air ball shoots it into the trash can. She goes, "Thanks for the help, but I won't be needing it." And she cocks the gun.
Wow. This sounds like a really cool adventure you're going on. I'm kind of jealous, actually. I just had this little mall adventure. You're going to nuclear submarines.
Well, I gotta close the store. I gotta close the store for the night before the CIA agents raid it. So, thanks for stopping in. Go 76ers.
All right. Yeah, I guess I'll get you tickets to the Sixers games that I'll be going to after all this is done. All right, so I have it. I have all the deeds.
You have all 3 pieces. Congratulations.
I win.
No. What do you do now?
I have to go bring him to the sad man in the front of the building.
So you go and return around the rotunda to the other side of the fountain, and there the sad man, James Moore III, is sitting there with Chuck, the gruff man you heard earlier. And Chuck clearly he just keeps checking his watch. He's waiting for the rainforest reps to show up in 5 minutes. And James Moore is still quite upset.
Hey there, Jimmy.
Oh, not this guy again.
Jimbo.
Oh
What's
my
going
God,
on?
sir. Again, if you need medical help, we can get you some.
No problemo. You may need medical help in a minute because you're about to have a heart attack out of surprise. You're gonna be surprised about this. What I just did
He turns
in
to
your
Chuck.
mall.
Do you understand this guy?
You're gonna be surprised about what I did in your mall.
Oh no, Chuck, do you still have that bear mace in the office?
And I pull out the deed, and I'm still dressed in my 76ers jersey.
Covered
that
in Orange
I
Julius and a leather trench
covered
coat.
in Orange Julius, and I'm holding my soaking wet trench coat.
You're just such a mess.
Here you go. Look at that deed.
Oh my God! James grabs it out of your hand and starts looking at it. This can't be. It just simply can't be. It's the deed to the mall. Where did you find this?
Let's just say I went on a little quest
Okay, don't know why you hesitated.
in Frackville. My brain is still definitely on the mend after eating. I ate at the hot dog hut.
Oh, you ate at the hot dog on a
on stick.
Never eat at
Yeah.
hot dog on a stick. All their hot dogs are the same.
They sure are. They're all poison.
James is holding the deed in his hand. Chuck next to him goes, "Let me see that. Let me see that." And he takes it from Chuck. He takes it from James, and he's looking at it. He's looking at it. Chuck starts laughing. You fools. You fools. Don't you see? This was all I needed to finally take over the mall.
Wow. Can you believe this guy? I say, Jimbo, this is the kind of people you hang out with?
James is shocked. He's shocked. Chuck, what are you talking about? You can't take over the mall. Rainforest Inc. is coming in. The state's taking it. You're so stupid. The state just... What, you think just because you don't have a deed, the state can take your property? Like, that's not how the law works, genius. I made up that story. There is no Rainforest Inc. And you think to yourself, wait, that doesn't make any sense. There actually is a Rainforest Inc. What is he talking about? I made it all up. My only goal was to get some rube like this guy to find all the deed pieces I haven't been able to find in the last 30 years, 40 years.
Wait a minute, man. And I walk up to him. I'll have you know, I met a lot of great people in this mall. People, hardworking, everyday Americans like Owen, the genius who runs the arcade, and Naomi, the slacker who poisoned me with several hot dogs, and the Orange Julius who gave me Orange Julius and also tried to ask me out on a date. Unrequited love. These are passionate workers you have at this mall, and I'm not going to let you. And also there's the one that was a secret agent. I'm not going to let you go ahead and besmirch them by selling out to the man.
Well, this is where you're wrong. Malls aren't about people, they're about making money. And that's what James Moore III never understood. He made this mall to help the community. What a fool. He was never in it for the money. And I knew before he died that he was just going to hand it to his stupid son who would just drive it into the ground. And so I convinced him that the government was out to get him and he should tear up his deed into 3 pieces and hide him. I didn't think he'd actually do it, and he never told me where they were. Until now.
I mean, you called Jim Bob stupid, but you never figured out this puzzle. That was admittedly a very simple puzzle that I figured out in less than an hour.
Well,
So
I come on.
who's really stupid here?
I was busy running this mall. All right, it does take some amount of effort to keep this mall running.
I mean,
what else did you have to do today?
you had enough time to explain the entire plot to Jim Bob when I came here. So I don't think that you're as hard a worker as you say.
Well, here's the difference between you and I, buddy. Who has two thumbs and a deed to a shopping mall? This guy. So what are you gonna do about it?
So I challenge you, and I'm still wearing my 76ers jersey. I challenge you to a hot dog eating contest.
No, I'm not
Whoever
gonna do
can
that. No.
Whoever can eat the most hot dogs gets the deed and gets out of here alive.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm gonna roll my d20
Okay, for what?
to ask for help on how I can defeat this
Oh,
guy.
don't bother, Matt. You have to defeat him creatively, but I'm going to give you a second take over the hot dog eating contest.
I rolled a 14.
Matt, there is. Let me be okay. You rolled a 14. Here's your hint. There is no ending to this story. It's wherever you take it at this point is how the story will end. You could walk away.
All right.
You could punch him in the face. You could challenge him to a hot dog eating contest. It's wherever you run with it.
Is that? I point over there. Is that Cheeks?
Cheeks? You mean Mo Cheeks?
The Mo Cheeks. Yeah, that's him. I see him over there. He's
No.
right behind you.
Mo Cheeks moved to Flagstaff. I'm doing the wrong voice. What was the voice I was doing? Fuck, this is why I don't do voices.
Was that really? Yeah.
Mo Cheeks moved to Flagstaff years ago. Good try. You gotta be smarter than that to get one past me.
No, I'm pretty sure that's him. He's right behind you, man. You might want to turn around and look.
If it'll make you happy, he turns around and looks.
All right, when he turns around and looks, I run over and I pants him.
Roll your d20 to see how successful you were at pantsing him.
Okay. Yes, 19.
You run up, you pull down his pants so hard you also pull down his underpants, and leave him fully exposed to the mall.
That's awesome.
What?
And then, all right, so now he's been pants.
Now he's turned back around, and he's and you rolled a 19. And while he's turning back around, because his pants are around his ankles, he trips and falls off of the bench and onto the floor below.
All right, I run over and I scoop up the deed.
It's still in his hand. Roll a d20.
Oh, shoot. This is tense. All right. Oh, no, I rolled a 7.
You reach down to grab the deed, but the very bad Scotch tape you used to hold the three pieces together fail, and you have a third in your hand. He has a third in his hand, and there's another third of it sitting on the ground between the two of you.
Wow. All right, I run over to try to get the second of it, the second third.
Roll again.
Oh, man. Okay. A perfect 20.
Because he's still on the floor with the pants around his ankles, he tries to scoot over to grab the other piece. You easily get it from him. While you're grabbing it, in one smooth motion, you grab it, and then you reach over to kind of, while he's going after that other one, he's not thinking about the one he already has. You manage to snag both in a single move. Congratulations.
Nice.
He's on the floor with his pants around his ankles, and you're standing there with the three pieces of the deed.
Awesome. I did it. I've all of the deed. Jim Bob, go get me an Orange Julius real quick.
What? Why would I do that?
No, real quick. Just go get one. Quick. then come right back. It'll be funny. Watch.
Okay. He leaves to go get an Orange Julius.
Okay. Did he come back? Does
He
he have it
comes
in his hand?
back. He comes back with an Orange Julius.
All right. So I take the Orange Julius. I walk over to the man on the floor and I say to him, "What's his name again?"
His name is Charles, but you can call him Chuck.
Oh, Chuck. Okay. I say, "Hey, Chuck, let me tell you something about this mall. This mall was built by Jim Bob's great granddaddy,
His
or
father.
just his dad. It was his father. His father, and he built it from the ground up with his own two hands. That's something people like you will never understand. People are what makes this mall great, and people are what make everybody so excited to come to a mall like this in Frackville, Pennsylvania. So on behalf of this mall and of every other mall out there, I just want to let you know that even though I didn't know what Orange Julius was before I came to this mall and I just figured it out, aren't you glad I have the deed and you don't?" And then I pour the Orange Julius on him right on his.
No! I've been humiliated.
And then I turn over to Jim Bob and I say, "Did you know one of your employees here was a secret agent?"
Trust me, dude. This mall sucks. Now,
It sure does.
listen, man.
It
I'm sorry, I
does.
didn't catch your name. What's your name?
Detective Matt.
Detective Matt, listen.
Good to me.
This mall sucks, and I hate it. And so, I'll make you a deal. I see there in one hand you have the deed, in the other you have $20,000. If you give me the $20,000, I'll let you keep the deed to the mall. And it's your mall now.
Really? I would essentially be buying this mall for $20,000,
Look, I know you're overpaying, but I think it's a good deal.
but I have the deed. So doesn't that mean it's my mall?
Again, I'm going to go back to what Chuck said. That's not really how the law works. Like, just because you have a piece of paper doesn't mean you own the mall.
Listen, I suppose we can cut a deal here, just on one condition.
Anything.
I want that bean-based hut in the mall food court.
It'll be your mall, so you can do whatever you want.
Awesome.
I just want to take the money and never come back here.
It's been a dream of mine.
My father
It's been a
never
dream
loved
of
me.
mine. That is very sad to hear. I'm sure he would be proud of what you accomplished here today.
And so do you take the deal?
I'll take it. I'll take the deal.
All right, you hand him $20,000. He stuffs it in his pocket, and he says, "Later, Fracksville, you suck." And congratulations, Matt. You now own the Schuylkill Mall.
Yeah.
All the employees gather around and start cheering. Secret Agent Lady and Owen and all the food court employees and some other assorted employees and shoppers you never got a chance to meet. And they're all around you. Matt, 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 Matt. Woo! You did it,
Go
Matt.
Sixers.
You beat the game.
Go
Congratulations.
Sixers. And we did it.
No, you did it, buddy.
Awesome.
Congratulations. You beat the time
It was
portion.
a fun game.
You beat the time portion with 2 minutes to spare.
Sweet. Well, that was fun. Thanks for having me come along on this RPG adventure.
Yes.
I knew you were gonna be. It was gonna be a blast. You're always coming up with these clever ideas, and
they're so
this
hard to
one was-
write. They're so hard to write. I kind of enjoy it. I enjoy writing them. I don't enjoy playing them because it stresses me out. Because you have to it's such a give and take. But I think you did a good job. At least it was fun.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. Can I ask now on the back end, were
Yes.
there any routes I didn't take that could have ended up differently?
No, so literally, the trick was getting this done in an hour. So there really weren't any routes you could have taken. I navigated you through exactly the way you were supposed to. The fact that you picked the Cybercade, because the Cybercade and Footbeats were the only two stores that had something in them. The others were just there. So the fact that you picked those worked out to our advantage.
So that was a
It was a very limited storyline.
I see. Yeah, I really was tempted to go into the FYE.
I know, and I would have had to have made something up on the spot because I did not plan for you to do that.
Cool.
Now, Matt, a little bit of history here. The Schuylkill Mall is a real mall. The real Schuylkill Mall did not have a food court, but it did have a cinema and a number of anchor stores. However, the real Schuylkill Mall was closed and demolished in 2018. So this is a little bit of revisionist history, and it was turned into not an Amazon warehouse, but a warehouse that was built on that site. Yeah, what else? Orange Julius. Matt, we got to go to an Orange Julius. They still exist. They're great. I love Orange Julius.
Oh, I'm game.
It's kind of like an orange creamsicle type beverage. The original Orange Julius. It's very good. Hot dog on a stick exists.
That's Orange Julius is something I've only heard of on referenced on old 80s TV shows. So
there was one in my local mall here until maybe 2012. Pretty recent.
Wow.
Footbeats is based on an actual store in my local mall that was opened on when the mall opened, and it sells kids' shoes, but it is called Footbeats, which is weird, and I never understood. Beats, like music beats. Never understood that. Let's see, is there anything else? That's an interesting fact. No, I think you nailed it, buddy. You did great.
Fantastic.
Adventure concluded.
Oh, right.
You can see my little. This is my little drawing of the food court tables. Got the colored pencils out.
Artsy.
Yeah. So, Matt, week 1 of Shaun-tember is over. We survived.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, survived the the trials of the mall. That was great.
Now you own a mall.
Yeah,
that doesn't actually
only
exist.
Really go up from there
or get demolished. Now, Matt, we've got several more weeks of Shaun-tember coming. A little tease for you. I'm not going to give everything away. Next week, I'm going to bring back a classic segment concept. And the following week, we're going to have some special guests on, and it's going to involve a box I'm going to be mailing you next week. So, very excited. We've got a whole month planned. I'm thrilled. Check it out. UpForDebate.tv is our website. You can go there, of course, and get all the past episodes. You can subscribe wherever you get podcasts. Just check us out there, the video version on YouTube. And, of course, you can get in contact with us, upfordebatetv@gmail.com, or tweet at us at UpForDebateTV. But that's going to do it for this edition of Shaun-tember. We will be back next week with more excitement. On behalf of Matt, I'm Shaun. Thanks for joining us. Safe shopping. We'll see you next time.
Fracksville,
Pennsylvania.